Hello, I'm live for the hour. I'm going to be doing some readings for anyone who would wish today. It is Tuesday, July the 7th. Can't believe it is July already. I hope you all had a wonderful July the 4th, Independence Day weekend. We went and saw the Toy Story 5 movie. I was telling kids it's like 25 years ago or 30 years ago the first one came out, and they're like, what? Um, so but anyway, here we are, July, and that's all good. I will say, I am doing my best to move what I'm doing here, these free events, onto our new platform, which is on Mighty Networks. In terms of work I'm doing here on Facebook, I'll get there next month. We're getting us all settled on the new platforms, going well so far, and work in progress and so on. Natasha, I see I have you there, so I'm going to read your question. I'm just going to jump in. I don't know how much time you have. And hello, Jill, over on YouTube as well. All right, let's have a look. So yes, Natasha, if you're still there, yes, do get that it's a good idea for you to get a part-time job on the weekend. But the should we say critical thing is that it's enjoyable. That it doesn't just give back to you in terms of exchange of money for your time and service, but it also is enjoyable and nourishing and a nice place to be the weekend for however long you choose to do that. So, because it's a reminder that it is your weekend as well. So, be looking for things that yes nourish you financially, but also I don't want to just say emotionally, but in vitality as well. So, short answer is yes. And let's get some music going here. All right. Jill, should oh, I'm sorry, that's not Jill. Yeah, the question is, should my daughter have the double root canal done next week? Right. That's the question I'm looking at. As I always say, I'm not here to give medical advice, and this is for education and entertainment purposes only. And I trust that the answer I get will resonate with you, whatever it is. All right. Yes, that looks good. That looks good. I'm sorry, I don't know your name there, but for your daughter to have the double root canal this week, it looks good. It looks good. I feel comfortable about that. I feel solid about that. Yeah. Okay. And Jill, should we go to Southern New Hampshire Thursday evening and stay overnight for your early morning appointment, or drive down on Friday? Okay. And Lisa, I'll get to you. I'll come to you next. Hmm. Yeah, this is a mixed bag, isn't it? Jill, it's so down the middle. I almost want to say, see how you feel, as long as you can plan ahead, see how you feel tomorrow evening. Both can work. Neither is a problem, and there's benefits to either. I'm putting it in those terms so you're not hearing me say neither is that bad. That's not how I'm putting it. There's benefits to both. That's what I want to say. I feel like you will feel tired on Thursday, but it's not that bad. I'm leaning more towards Thursday, if it were me, from what I'm seeing here. And Friday is not a problem either. Okay, where did we get to? Lisa, what actions can help my career path in the following weeks? Okay. Okay, I have an answer. I have the answer. I just want to see a little bit more. Okay, so Lisa, it's three main things. The biggest of all of this, and all of it looks pretty good. The biggest of all of this is research, and I look at that and think, gosh, that's obvious now. I see it here, but it's research. That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing here. There's more though. There's the conversations you have. Someone always knows someone who knows someone who knows something, right? So that's the second thing. The next is seeing where things lead. And I like that you're giving yourself weeks. When we look at our career, a week can feel like an eternity. But things take weeks usually in a career to develop and unfold. Okay, so it's allowing things to play out. You set something in motion and give it some time. Also remember, this isn't like the fourth thing, but it kind of is a fourth thing, is make the most of where you are and what you're doing. That really matters, because where one is right now is the future 5 weeks time. Will be us in 5 weeks time. So let's be it now. Let's let's find some fulfillment now. And sometimes it's about faking it, isn't it? It just is, right? But do that. Fake it. If you don't feel all right now, fake it. And look at the feeling, and so you can be in touch with the feeling when it happens, right? That's better manifestation. But it's researching. That's the biggest thing here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Lisa, that you are asking the question is the biggest thing. The inclination to want to move your career forward, that's the biggest thing. and everything else is in service to that. Right? Where do we get to? Oh gosh, I'm losing. Shakti. What are you saying? Why does can't see it too well here? Why does Sabri often gaslight my experiences, especially regarding abusive experiences? Why does Sabri often gaslight my experiences, especially regarding abusive experiences? I don't entirely understand the question. I don't entirely understand the question because I'm not sure what is if something's a spelling mistake here. So, why does this person gaslight your experiences, especially regarding abusive experiences? Okay. Okay, Shakti, it is the same. Both of your questions are the same question, actually. Because if you just took one of those, why does someone gaslight you? Okay, it is and any of us on right now would have basically the same answer I'm going to give you. Someone gaslights you, it's because they are uh, the reflection of themselves is too much for them to bear. And so it is easier to close you down, to shut you down, than address themselves. It's a sad and, toxic way of addressing one's own discomfort. And I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Take it up a notch. Everyone knows if they have been or are being abusive. You know, whichever way it is, And so what the gaslighting is covering up in themselves is the shame, because shame is powerful, and shame we will do anything to hide from. So that's why there are further questions to ask, which this is not the time for. This is not the time or environment to ask this. Why is the dynamic being perpetuated? That is a question I would want to ask and clear up some energy around. All right, but let me go on here. Jan, by the way, Jan, if you're actually on, I did get your message. I've just been slammed this week, and I totally mean to reply to you. I apologize for forgetting. Let me say to anyone that's on here right now, Jan Peck, she's giving she's facilitating you told me, facilitating a training for energy healers. She's fantastic. She's magnificent. If you can see her, details on here, hit her up. She's incredible. When I was going through my divorce 5 years ago, she was the person I talked to. She was the person I talked to, and there was a point that I really had to address the hurt and pain, and she was the person I could do it with. Just saying. And I know a lot of people, but anyway, you're asking. Jan's asked, I'm planning a workshop to train energy healers. Is the timing good for this? Is there interest? Okay. Jan, the timing's not good. while I would love to see you do this, and I have actually another idea, if you be open to it sometime. Not It's not quite what you want to do, but it's an idea. The timing doesn't seem right yet, but I'm gonna write to you. I'm gonna write to you. It's just a timing thing, okay? That's what I'm getting here. If you were to go ahead with it. Jan, I don't suggest you do, and I'm really looking for it. Yeah, yeah. But no, answering your question, it doesn't look like the right time. Whatever that's about. That's what I'm seeing. All right, let me go on here. Lisa, another Lisa. What are most of my hold on. What area? Sorry, what area? Sorry, I can't read the white so well. What area of my business will bring me the most abundance for the highest good in July? Lisa, for a question like that, I need to know. I actually need to know something about what you do, right? So let me just. Um, I so I'm answering Lisa McLean. Lisa, I need to know areas of your work to look at. All right. The nature of this and how I read here, I could get there, but it's just going to take too long, right? So I need specifics if you want me to give you specifics. Okay. So there is time, and just put it just write down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 areas. All right. Let me. Oh, hold on. No, I'm not seeing it. Let me go on. Tracy, Joshua, there's been a lot of stressful things going on with my kids. Will things settle down in the next month so I can focus more on myself, plan a relaxing getaway, or will I need to go help them again? Things are looking easier with the kids. Tracy, I don't know if you can hear me. I've got a plane going overhead. Things are looking like they're calming down for you. Okay. So, but you asked as well, will things settle down so I can focus more on myself, plan a relaxing getaway? Yes to that as well, Tracy. It's a yes to all of it. Yes, things are calming down. Yes, it looks good for you to plan a getaway of some kind. Okay, let's go on. Misty, hello. I'm curious, why have so many people and animals left? For one reason, am I prepping for something? People, animals left. I assume you mean passing away. Misty, the short answer is yes. Yes. Prepping for something, not quite how I put it, more clearing the way. Because if you look at what if you look at the availability that you have to give to the day, right? Given your baseline responsibilities and so on, work and family and just upkeep, okay? Then there's everything else. And your path gets what's left. And so the everything else, that demand on you is getting cleared away. But I think you instinctually know that, and there's nothing wrong here, nothing right. It's the deeper part of you that says now it's time, and it also being time. There are times of the year that plants and fruits and vegetables, whatever, come into bloom, right, or are ripe. There's just that time, and the less interference on that, the easier that can happen. That's what this is. That's what this is. Now, we're human. We form attachments. Form attachments to people. We form attachments to animals. Different bonds. Different bonds. Different reasons. But you understand that with each person, or with anything that we've got that depth of connection to, that's taking up our daily availability. And as one diminishes, the other increases. That's what I'm trying to say. Gosh, questions here. Over onto YouTube now. Hi, Joshua. Was my intuition accurate about S not trusting them fully? Yes, there's more to it than simple. Yes, but your intuition was spot on. Not to trust them. The part I'm hesitating on is I would just wish for you to have a bit more compassion. Not open yourself up to, but a bit more compassion. People that we can't trust, yeah, we're absolutely right to put up boundaries, and your intuition is correct. Absolutely, yes. I would just encourage you to have some empathy for the state of being and mind that person was in. That's all I'm saying, okay? Your intuition was correct. You did the right thing. Let's go on here. Barbara, there are people stealing at my job. Wow. Sorry, I need to write something down. There are people stealing at my job. Do I turn them in or let the universe work its magic? I should just mind my own business. It's disheartening to work hard while others steal. Got you. Got you. And Linda, I will answer yours next. Yeah, this is tricky, Barbara. I see some relationship that's it's going to affect. Sometimes there simply are two different roads, and you got one road, and I want to remind you that in some respects you are the universe. You say universe take care of it. Well, what if you're the universe and you are the intervention that someone needs? Okay. Staying with that line for a moment, it's you are being in your power by saying something. I see that you don't entirely feel that, and it's a murky area that you don't want to get into. Whereas to say nothing, yes, there's ease in that. I do think the university can take care of itself, but you've got the disempowerment as well. You're not taking you, Barbara. You want to step up for yourself. You want to show agency for yourself. So this is tricky because I don't see that you can stay nameless by reporting this as well. But you've asked a question, and okay, then, and I'm 60-40 on this, just not because I'm unsure, but because there's just two paths here. I would suggest you say something, but before you do that, to be as much in your power as you can. Okay. Linda, yes, Linda. If you have the time, please see if going on an overseas trip to Portugal next year is possible and will benefit you. Okay. I'm getting a big yes on that, Linda. Big yes to Portugal next year. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. And Simone, can you provide me with guidance for the next 2 months? Next 2 months. That brings us to August to September. So we're 2 months. We are at early September. We're just after Labor Day. Yes, I'll keep this very simple then. This month, Simone, so that's the rest of July, basically. I would plan as little as possible. 2 reasons. First is that things seem to just, they're going to take the amount of time they're going to take, but it's a bit longer than you want it to. And with that, coupled with that, there just seems to be some things to clear up. I'm remembering from maybe a few weeks ago when you wrote a question, you said there's some challenges, but this looks like the heart of the challenge here. So you got to let that clear itself up. I feel like it will have cleared itself up by about this time next month. You know, the miscommunications and the irritations and so on. I feel like that will be done by about this time next month, this time in August. And then from there, yeah, you start to plan for the rest of the year. Um, I don't see money being a problem. You use money wisely, treat money wisely, but I don't see it being a problem. And if we're getting into a couple of months' time, so towards the end of that period, it's looking quite graceful, easeful, I would say. So yeah, a bit of a journey there for sure, but that is what I get. All right, now, where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Lisa. All right, now I can get to your question. You say, I have a salon, travel agency, and do online empowerment workshops. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot right there. So thank you, because that helps me to know what to focus on so I can read for you. So it's a big. Let's see, all the energy is the. If you ask where to focus on, what you want to focus on, it's to these workshops. Absolutely, absolutely. Not that the rest don't deserve it. You know what I'm talking about. But so these empowerment workshops, like I feel like you've really got something to share there, and people want to support that. So yes, may the very best be with you there. Okay. Over on YouTube here, can you please tell me what I can do to attract my future spouse on my end? Yes. Okay. Well, this is, as I would see it, good news because it's a lot less than you think you have to do. I'm glad you see it as you said it on your end. I'm glad you're looking at it that way because that's what I'm seeing here. And first of all is whatever the configuration of your life is, like what do you do every day of your week? What does it look like? Whatever that is, keep at it. Because remember, you add another person to your life and it's kind of stress tests your life. And the general flow and function of your life's got to be in a good enough state to have another person in it. So whatever you're doing right now, we'll look at what the weak points are, right? Look at what you enjoy. You will still be doing the things that you enjoy. So start there. The second thing, this is perhaps the most important. I don't feel you're having an appreciation of exactly what you have and where you are. I feel there are people around you. I don't know if I'm speaking with a male or female now, that you are, but I feel there are opportunities around you and you're not seeing them, and they're close. They're really, really close. Opportunities, people, potential spouses, right? Remembering there's a partner and then there's a spouse, and we can turn a partner into a spouse, but we don't meet the spouse straight away. We build daily, weekly a relationship with someone that they can become a spouse, and even then that's a fluctuating journey. But you have opportunities, but you're not seeing them. Now, I've actually got a window just here, I've got a lovely window, a lovely view as well. But if my angle of vision is there, I won't know that there's a window here. If my angle of vision is there, I can't focus on you there. So it's what you're paying attention to. And the last thing I want to say, you are carrying, and we're all carrying, right? We're all carrying, frustrations, irritations, dare I say trauma, right? Show me the person that can say, I don't have any, right? Everyone's got some. That will show up when a partner shows up, because of course it will. A relationship is the fastest way to get to God, shall we say. And you need to know, as do we all, you need to know what your triggers are before you are told what they are. Okay. And the more and the sooner that you look at all of those, the more and the sooner someone's going to come to you. Okay? All right, on we go. Let's see, Lisa. All right, Lisa, I've answered your question there. Catherine. Right, Catherine. Will Richard find the right house to buy soon? Catherine, soon is a nebulous word, because I want to say yes, but the specifics of the yes is I feel like find somewhere, but I see it kind of falling through and then finding something else. So yeah, that's why I can't just say yes, because there's a bit more to it than that. So my answer is yes, but keep faith. Keep faith. There may be an issue with the first one, but I do see him finding a house. I absolutely do. Yes. Melissa, will my daughter enjoy and do well at her new school? Yes, yes. Enjoy and do well. Enjoy and do well. Yes, it's a good fit. It's a good fit. Blossom, blossom, bloom, blossom, blossom, blossom. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Yes, great, great to see. Great to see. Hi, Danielle. Okay, that's everyone, I think. Okay, super, super, super. All right, so we certainly got through a lot of people today. Well, everyone, thank you for your questions. Anyone that's still on with me, take a breath. I always just like to complete with taking a breath. Just a little bit of focus, support for other people. I do believe it's a blessing to be able to have an eye on one's own path. So many people do not even know that they have one. So in this moment, we just take a breath, knowing that we're taking a breath for other people. Give them some clarity, give them some peace of mind, help them move some energy. We say a prayer for you, for all that you need and all that you want. We say a prayer for this country. We say a prayer for this planet. Lovely. Okay. For anyone that wants, I will be on here on Saturday morning. I'll be doing some sound healing downstairs. That will be 10 o'clock my time, Eastern time, on Saturday morning here for the time being. All right, so have a wonderful rest of the week, everyone. Thank you for spending your time with me here. God bless, be well, and I'll see you soon.